Hey, and welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben. We're talking spoilers, particularly the ending for season 2, so this is your warning. But first I wanted to ask you, what was the anime that brought you into anime? What was the thing that you were shown when you were young or whatever age that just kind of you have nostalgic reasoning behind because that was the thing that made you get into anime? I'd love to know. I think mine was either Ninja Scroll or Akira. Like those were one of the first that I was shown, and then I was hooked. So season 2 only has 6 episodes, which we understand that IG had so many productions going on. It took them that long to get us 6 episodes. But the ending, I think, is what most people are going to be talking about, because as Koku is revealed to be their king, as Kasama, how do I pronounce his name? Kirisume. Sorry, Kirisume says, "You are our king. Your genetics are adaptive," which is why whenever Koku goes into a fight, even though he's meant to lose, his DNA, his very being adapts to it. So there's going to be nothing to make him lose, and so they're going to go into that fight. Koku's decided that they're going to go in their own paths, and this is disappointing to Kirisume. He obviously wants Koku to be their king, and so they start their fight sequence, and that's where it ends. And you're like, what the hell, man? Why have you done that? But we can glean some information from what is going to come. The story is always going to end up with him fighting them if he keeps choosing that path. We know that the church or the royalty want to use the DNA, and I'm guessing it's all going to come down to Koku, his DNA that is adaptive, even though now they're able to take, because they weren't able to take their DNA and like remove limbs and put it back on. You couldn't do that. You would get the infection and you would die. But now they're able to adapt to it. They have the technology, so they want to live forever. This is part of the reason why these kids were even grown to what they are. They want to get rid of all diseases, which is great. They want to live forever, which I don't think is great for the human race. But the adaptive power that Koku's blood has, or his DNA has, is going to come down to where the story is going to go. I mean, that's just obvious. Obviously, they're going to keep investigating Killer Bee, which we know actually stands for 13, but the Koku is pretending to be Killer Bee, or is part of the Killer Bee in the investigation. And so we have that weird mix of who is he, but we know who he is sort of storyline. I really like the investigation of the first season. I like the investigation of trying to find Keith. What do you think about Keith being in love with his sister? I can't remember that being revealed in season 1. I know he was in love with the lady that his best friend was in. They were at that institute with a scientist, and I can't remember that being revealed. But in season 2, when he said that, I was like, really? I don't remember that. But that's like classic anime. That sort of stuff happens, doesn't it? You have a pervy character, or you have someone that... Yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Do give me your comments below. Where do you think they're going to go? What did you think about the cliffhanger? Are you as frustrated as I am with that ending? I really wanted to see that fight, and there was just like a slap in the face. It was like, yeah, here's one good fight sequence at the beginning, you're going to love that, and now we're going to tease it, but you might have to wait 2 to 3 years to watch the next bit. And like, oh my gosh, tell me you've already developed the next 6 and you're just kind of breaking it up. So let me know your thoughts of where you think it's going to go. I did like seeing some of the other characters return as well. Yuna, their detective police force. I thought it was nice to see them a bit, but we didn't get there was no time to get any sort of backstory, more development of those characters. You just kind of get one-liners where you have to glean some information from. So nothing really there was no other real information apart from those little tidbits about those characters. It was all heading towards what the royal family was doing, and that we had the king not king, with his bandage in his hair, shaping things around it, and Kirishima was about it, but obviously hasn't quite gotten to what Koku is going to be able to do, or force Koku into that situation that he wanted. Or do you think that's part of his plan as well in the future? Also think that Keith is always a step ahead, and he seemed to know what was going to happen, but he didn't plan on being left in that tower and being able to get out quite by himself. I noticed they showed us like what he was planning on, but they never actually showed us how he did it. I would have loved to have seen that sequence. So where do you think it's going to go? I do think it's going to be about Koku and his power, what he's able to do, about the royal family, trying to harness that power. It's going to come down to Keith trying to reveal that, bring that all to light. At the same time, we're going to have Koku finally fighting, I guess, in, a big all-out battle, hopefully, a showdown with his team, which Koku is being, growing with Yuna and a couple of the others, and the others. So let me know your thoughts below. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.